You know, being different in high school is like being a unicorn in a field full of horses. You prance in all sparkly and colorful, and everyone else is just munching on grass, oblivious to the magic you bring. But trust me, that sparkly coat, it attracts attention, and not always the good kind. I remember my first day of high school, stepping through those double doors, heart pounding like I was about to take the stage at the Oscars. I had my vintage band t-shirt on, the one that was 2 sizes too big, and a pair of combat boots that had seen more action than a soldier in the trenches. I thought I looked cool. I thought I looked different. Turns out, I looked like I just crawled out from under a rock, and not the cool kind of rock. More like the one that's been sitting in the back of someone's garage for years. The first few weeks were a whirlwind of awkward encounters and puzzled looks. I'd walk into the cafeteria, and it felt like the entire room would pause, forks hovering in midair, as if I had just announced I was the new principal. I'd sit down at a table, and it was like I had thrown a grenade into a peaceful picnic. Suddenly, everyone was whispering and giggling behind their hands. I could almost hear the thoughts bouncing around. Who does she think she is? Why is she dressed like that? Is she going to start a revolution? I was, of course, just trying to be myself, but in high school, being yourself is like wearing a neon sign that says, "Look at me, I'm different." And let's be honest, being different isn't always a walk in the park. Sometimes it's more like a stumble through a minefield. Take gym class, for example. I was never the athletic type. My idea of exercise was running to the fridge during commercial breaks. So, when they announced a dodgeball tournament, I thought, great, an opportunity to showcase my incredible ability to dodge responsibility. But no, I was thrust into the game like a sacrificial lamb. I stood there, dodging balls like I was in some sort of twisted action movie, while the jocks were out there throwing them like they were training for the Olympics. I remember one of them, a guy named Chad, of course his name was Chad, threw a ball that hit me square in the face. I didn't just dodge the ball, I dodged dignity, self-respect, and probably a few brain cells. And let's not even get started on prom. Oh, prom, the pinnacle of high school socializing. I had this grand idea of going in a bright purple dress with a giant tulle skirt, the kind that could double as a parachute. I thought it would be fun, quirky, and a statement of my individuality. But when I walked in, it was like I had arrived at a funeral dressed as a clown. Everyone else was in sleek black or shimmering pastels, and there I was, looking like I'd just come from a fairy tale gone horribly wrong. But here's the kicker. Bourgeois. The more they stared, the more I embraced it. I realized that being different was my superpower. I was the unicorn in a world of horses, and I could either hide my sparkle or let it shine. So I started to own it. I wore my vintage shirts with pride, danced like nobody was watching, even though they were, and laughed at the absurdity of it all. By the time graduation rolled around, I had learned that being different wasn't just about standing out. It was about standing tall. I might not have fit into their mold, but I had created my own. And it was a whole lot more fun. So here's to the misfits, the weirdos, and the unicorns out there. Keep prancing, keep shining, and for goodness sake, dodge those dodgeballs.